Y'all, Elon AH's baby daddy is a lot of people's baby daddy, apparently. Elon has like 9 kids, y'all, and it's just come out via page 6 that he welcomed twins with somebody who was working in one of his companies. But this was just before Grimes, his girlfriend, had her second child. So a lot of the comments are saying, let me mind my broke ass business, because I mean, honestly, this man has money to care for all 9 of his children. You know, it's not a type of situation where he's being a deadbeat or this, that, and other. I'm sure he's paying those bills. I'm sure these women have some tight contracts. I know I would. In return for them just keeping their mouths shut. I just think that it's so crazy, though, that this Elon got very intelligent dude, massive amounts of money, seemingly never-ending amounts of money, is just going around having all these sexual escapades with like all these women and fathering children all over, similar to Nick Cannon, because he also has a village of kids. But with Elon, people are saying it's viewed a little bit differently, I guess, because he is so wealthy. Don't get me wrong, Nick has his money, he does his thing, but seemingly, like when I'm reading the comments, it seems like there's a different type of response to Elon's baby mama situation. So it says here on page 6, Elon quietly welcomed twins. Quietly welcomed. Oh yeah, it was quiet, all right. And they even put her name Siobhan Zealous, one of his top executives, late last year. According to court documents obtained by the outlet, the Tesla mogul expanded his family with Neuralink Zells in November 2001. So this is a brand new set of kids. Brand new. Insider reports that Musk, 51, I did not know he was 50. Honestly, he looks older than 50 to me. Like, I would have pegged him at like a 55, 57, but I mean, he looks older than 50 to me. So insiders report that Musk, 51, and Zealous, 36, filed a petition to change the twins' names in order to have their father's last name and contain their mother's last name as part of their middle name. So she is like, possibly, if they filed this together, possibly like they're together right now. Maybe this is Elon's new chick, you know, this Siobhan. So the babies are going to have Musk have his last name. Imagine that. Imagine being a Musk and knowing like you're born into like, isn't he like a trillionaire at this point? Like, insanity. The amount of money that this man has. So the kids are getting his last name, which I like. He is not like, although he's having all these children, it's not like he's denying them. Like, he knows what he's out there doing. He knows his dirty work. He knows what he's sticking it in, and he's handling and taking responsibility. That is the only thing I ask. You know, like these men, they like to go out and have all these babies and this, that, and then they want to act like, oh, I don't know what happened. No, fuck you. Take care of your child. Do right by them. All you had to do was put a little thing on you and you wouldn't have had that situation. It's always the woman's fault when these things happen, but no. So it's different. He's taking care of the kids, he's giving the kids his last name as he should. So I'm happy about that. So apparently their reps did not immediately respond to page 6's request for comments. Per the insider, the twins were born just weeks before Musk, and now Grimes welcomed their second child, a baby girl named Exa Dark Sigil. That's the baby's name? That's the girl's name. Her name is Exa, E-X-A, Dark Sigil. That is the child's name. I'm probably saying it completely wrong. Exa Dark Sigil. And then the 2-year-old boy's name, he has the name that looks like a dang on math formula, the X-A-E-A-X. Like, how do you even pronounce that? I'm sure they have a little cute nickname for him, but like, when you get to this status of life and status of money and all that stuff, it doesn't fucking matter what your name is, because ultimately you're not going to have to be like a normal person and go out and get a job and have to write that on an application. You don't have to worry about that. So you can name your child like Apple or Banjo or Sunset Martini or whatever the heck you want to do, because you know your children are likely going to follow in your footsteps, and or they're going to have your name connections, so that when they're networking and stuff, that's really not going to be an issue because they're the child of blah 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 blah. So they're naming their children all these things. They have pictures of Zealous. She's a pretty girl. They have pictures of Grimes. Like, I will say, like, looking at the pictures of his past baby mamas, like, it doesn't seem like he really has a type, because Grimes, you all know how Grimes is. Like, come on. And then Zealous, she seems very corporate world, very sweet, has very beautiful blue striking eyes, great smile. And then I guess she's deemed as like pretty and everything, although her insides really just make her look ugly, and everything that she's done over all this time, all these years, really has pulled from her beauty, quite honestly, if I can say that. But Elon Musk's kid with Grimes joins his 5 other children: Griffin, Vivian, Gina, Kai, Saxon, and Damien. Okay, so we've got those 5 kids. It doesn't say who those kids are with. And then you have Grimes' 2 kids. So that's 7. And then you have the new twins that were just born. So that makes the 9. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Musk, who is currently dating Brittany Ever After actress Natasha Bassett, shares his additional children with ex-wife Justine Wilson. Okay, so that's who the other 5 kids are with. So apparently he's with this Natasha Bassett chick. I'm just like, okay, Elon, do you, boo-boo. But it's just like, it's very interesting that he's able to like, I mean, like, I don't know if I like were to ever encounter Elon. I don't know what type of conversation I would be able to have with him. Obviously, these women are very intelligent, and he sees something in them, and I think that that's great. I don't know what happened with AH. I think with both Elon and Johnny, with dealing with AH, I think it was just her beauty, and the fact that she could be a chameleon and make herself into these men. So they were thinking, oh yeah, just like Johnny said, like, he thought he was like, she was basically being him, all his interests, everything he liked, everything, like, it was like, ooh, that's me, I love that, oh my God, da 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 da. Although it wasn't true, she was making herself out to be this person. So I think she probably did that same thing with Elon. But it is interesting how she has a hold of like these men with like massive amounts of money and very high profile guys. Like, she's probably in some high strung network that like we don't even know about, some underground sex club thing that there have been rumors about, that through that she's been able to make all these type of connections with these really wealthy men, get in their pockets, get blackmail off of them, and that is how she's surviving, because she's like blackmailed all these different people, so she's able to keep her lifestyle. That's the only thing that I can think of at this point of how she's even surviving with all the money that she still owes Johnny, the charities, her lawyers, etc. So yeah. Also, I have seen that Prince Harry and like the royal family, like apparently there's a court case going on, because when Prince Harry and Meghan Markle left the royal family, I guess the royal family didn't feel the need that they needed security, you know, and a lot of people agree, you know, you're leaving this royal family, you're going to LA, why do you need for the royal family and the British taxpayers to pay for your security? Like, I get it, but then at the end of but then I'm like, there are also children involved. So, but then there's speculation with people saying, oh, if they were so concerned about security, if they were so worried about that, then why during the Jubilee did Meghan Markle put her window down and she had like the kids there and everything? Okay, so it's just like, it's just like, I wonder if Harry is like, I didn't have to deal with any of this shit before you came along. But then I'm like, when you love somebody, you know, you kind of take everything that goes along with it. But like, when I think about Megan, the family drama that she has going on, now the family drama she has on her husband's side, I'm just like, do they get any peace? Like, truly, like, do they get any fucking peace? Because it just seems like there's constantly something going on. And I hope that Megan is in a better headspace now that she's out of the royal family and stuff. But maybe I'm thinking, like, did it backfire? Because it's made the backlash so much worse now that there's all this stuff about her in the media and all these people having commentary on her and saying these things about her. I'm like, it almost feels like it's made it worse, them leaving. I don't know. I don't know what you guys think, but I just am like, wow. So I'm trying to keep up with that case as well to see what goes down with it, because ultimately, because I think that there's children involved, I think that they need some type of security. However, I do think, I'm like, I know they got money. Like, if they need security like that, they could pay for it on their own, right? But then again, I'm feeling like because he is of royal blood, and the reason why he needs security is because he's of royal blood and he is still a part of the royal family, then they should pay to protect him. I don't know. But it seems as if the British public are like, oh, hell no, I don't want to pay for your security with my tax dollars. And also the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, has stepped down and resigned. So what is going on with like the governments, like of all, like just in general? It just seems like there's a lot going on. And there's like, part of me feels like, and this is just like a tangent, it's like we're like, as regular people, waking up, going to work, this, that, and the other, we're like living through weird times. Like, don't get me wrong, like we're not experiencing things like happening over in Syria or whatever, where you're being bombed daily, you don't know what the like, we're not experiencing that. But at the same time, I feel like God forbid, but at the same time, I feel like we're experiencing just a lot of crap with the government, wars in the Ukraine, you know, laws that just shouldn't have been, banning of people having control over their body, school mass shootings, just gas prices, everything is expensive as hell. And it's just like everybody's just trying to just keep going and do the best that they can from day to day, but we're having to live through all this foolishness. And it just is like, I feel like, what is going to happen? You know, because I just feel like there's going to be a bubble burst at some point. There's like all like this gradual, and then it's just going to all explode into some fucking massive mess. But it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. But then if I look back in history of all the things they've gone through in the World War I's, II's, and whatnot, like people lived through it. They survived. They did what they had to do. It was awful, you know, but I guess we are just a blimp in time in history where all this stuff will be written in history books, because we've lived through a lot. We've lived through COVID, something that hasn't been experienced before, where the whole country and world was shut down. Do y'all remember that? That's abnormal. Like, and we're just moving on like it's over. Like, granted, I'm going to California next week, and it's just like, we've stopped our lives for 2 years. Do we keep stopping our lives while this stuff is continuing to happen? And then you're not enjoying your life to the fullest. So, I mean, I guess you have to take risks and chances and this and another and just be as safe as you can when doing these things. But it's just like, wow, it's a lot. It is a fucking lot. Every time I like get on Twitter or like, I'm just like, all this stuff is going on. I'm just like, is there ever going to be a time of peace? Like, is world peace ever something that we would be able to achieve? Or is it just because of how humans are, we're never going to be able to experience that, because there's always going to be a problem. There's always going to be an issue. There's always going to be someone who's wanting more, or wanting to take advantage of this, that, and the other, and think that they want to be in control of it over everything. I guess this is just how it's supposed to be. But I don't know, y'all. It's very strange. It's very, very strange. I'm sitting here trying to do my work. I wanted to just touch on that because I saw it briefly. I also saw some stuff about Nicki Minaj and her husband. Nicki, I don't know why the hell. Nicki. I just don't know why she's with this man. Like, I don't get it. Like, I do not get it. Like, he's... Like, Nicki. Let me find it. And it's just like, I know her husband isn't her, but like all these accusations in this court case and everything was happening before she married him. And I'm just like, this just isn't a good look, girl. It's just not a good look, but I don't think she cares. Ugh, I can't find it. Hold up, Nicki Minaj. And his last name is like something Petty, Kenneth Petty. So like he's been sentenced. I'm just like, and also Nipsey Hussle's murderer Eric Holder was also sentenced yesterday as well. Like, he's going to get it in jail. Oh my goodness. So Nicki Minaj's husband has been sentenced to a year of in-home detention. So like Nicki Minaj, the Barbie, like, yes, Nicki is with this man who has been sentenced to a year in home detention for previously pled guilty to a 2020 offense of failing to register as a sex offender in the state of California. He failed to register. Now my thing is, okay, so you want to be with this man. Obviously you don't believe this story, although he pled guilty. I guess he explained it to her and she felt comfortable with it, comfortable enough to have a kid and everything. But he failed to register as a sex offender. I wonder if that's something she knew he had to do. But either way, that is embarrassing. Like, as a wife, like if my man had to register as a sex offender, I would be utterly embarrassed and humiliated in the fact I have a child. And this is all out in the public, and Nicki is just like, she literally posted a picture on IG with them, her, the husband, and the baby, like after this came out, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on here? And you can't say anything about it because she'll snap back at you like that. But I'm just like, Nicki, a sex offender? And he's placed on house arrest. So like, okay, say Nicki was like okay with it. She's like, all right, I understand your story, I believe you, da 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 da. But why would you not make sure? I go back and forth because maybe it's not her responsibility, it's his responsibility because he's in this shit. But I'm just thinking, why would you not make sure all the ducks are in a row so that your husband is not now having to be on in-home detention, which I'm sure is her home, has to be in in-home detention because he refused to register as a sex offender, and now that's out for the world everywhere, and you have to face that. Like, how do you explain that away? How do you explain that away? During a hearing in Los Angeles on Wednesday, he was placed on house arrest, ordered to pay $55,000 fine, and would be placed on probation for 3 years. All you had to do was register as a S offender. I mean, that's horrible. I mean, that is not a light thing to do, but you fucking pled guilty to the shit, you know? Like, do what you were supposed to do by the courts, and now you're in fucking home arrest. Now, I will say, I feel as if he was just a regular Joe Blow, his ass would be in jail. He wouldn't be on no fucking house arrest. The 44-year-old was told when he entered his guilty plea last September that he could face the sentences up to 10 years in prison and a lifetime of supervised release. His sentences was postponed multiple times before finally taking place this week. Petty, who is required to register as a sex offender after being convicted of attempting to R-word a 16-year-old girl in 1995, was arrested in March 2020 after being indicted for failure to register. So this is just, Nicki, I want so much fucking better for you. Like, what is it with this dude that he has you like trapped like this. Like, this man is not a good man. He entered a guilty plea of attempted R-word of a 16-year-old girl. Like, I heard about this like in passing and everything, but I'm just like actually seeing it here, and like the fact that you didn't register for something you pled guilty for and now you're on home arrest for this, like, it's embarrassing. And I don't know how she can like show her face and like put up pictures of them. Like, let me see if I can go to IG and I can show you guys. Instagram. Because I'm just like, girl, she could have settled down with Drake. She could have settled down with Wayne. She could have done all that. I'm just like, Nicki, it didn't have to be this way. Okay, one new post. So that came out yesterday, right? So then her latest post from 12 hours ago is a picture of her husband and the child. Like, look at this. I don't want to show the child's face, but that's a picture that she posted 12 hours ago. And I'm just like, Nicki, why? Why? And like all these comments, he knows his mama fine, family over everything. He really have your whole face. Like, acting like this is some normal ass fucking shit, unless she's deleting comments and limiting them, because I'm like, ain't nobody talking about the fact that he failed to register as a S offender and is now on house arrest? What is this madness? Family. I love you so much, Cream. What a cute little family. Like, what? Like, am I crazy? Are the comments limited? I just don't understand. Nicki said, I'ma still stick beside him 100%. Okay, so that's the only one that I've seen referencing something about this. Like, she's sticking beside him. Like, talk about a ride or die. Nicki never gave a fuck about what a hater had to say. Oh my God. So if you have anything to say, you're a hater. Let me see the replies to this. What haters? The court system. Exactly. On God. Like, this is S crimes, not petty drama. Exactly. It's like, come on. All right. So at least there's some people in here who have some sense. But I'm just like, wow, Nicki. Wow. Nicki could have had anybody at the top of her game. I mean, not to say she's not at the top of her game now, but y'all know when Nicki was fucking hot, she could have locked down she could have locked somebody down other than this. And I'm just like, I hope he doesn't have some shit on her. And because like I'm into conspiracy about everything, I don't trust a goddamn person. I'm thinking like, damn, does he have something on Nicki or something? Like, why the fuck would she? I mean, clearly she still has fans, but why the fuck would she deal with this man and have him connected to her in any way when he is pled guilty to S crimes? And it's just like, I do not understand. I don't understand at all. Another thing that's kind of been bothering me, and I apologize, this is going to be like a video full of like randomness. I just got finished watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I've been a Real Housewife fan for years. Started watching with my mom back in the day when the OC came out. Like, watched them all. Well, I don't really watch Dubai, Salt Lake City, Miami. I don't really like those, but all the main ones I've watched. But this season with Beverly Hills, the situation of the last episode is really fucking bugging me. And it is a double standard, because I don't feel as if it were the other way around, it would not be okay. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll tell you. And if you're not into housewives drama or any of that shit, I apologize. This video is very much not Johnny related or AH related, so I apologize, since that's like most of the content I do here. But also my channel is just me talking and living my life pretty much. But anyway, going into that. So, and I'm not gonna clip it because Bravo, they'll copyright claim and suppress the video and all that stuff, so I'll just tell you. So pretty much in the Beverly Hills episode, Garcelle, who is the only black woman on the show, I'm pretty sure in the history of the show, Beverly Hills, she has been the only black woman. I believe Cherie is also going to be a friend of the show. We saw her appear in another episode. Cherie is Will Smith's ex-wife. If you don't know, they share a child together, Trey. So Garcelle is having this birthday party. Gorgeous. She looked awesome. Beautiful party, great decor. And she invites all the women, of course. She has her family there, her sons. She has a younger son who's like 14. She has older sons, very handsome men. So Erica, we all know her issues from last season with Tom Girardi and all their drama, the $20 million. She's going through, honey. Like, Erica is going through. And she wants to say that she had no involvement, she didn't know, blah, blah, blah. Quite honestly, I don't believe that. I simply don't. I don't believe that she had no clue what Tom was doing. I just don't believe that. And the fact that she had absolutely no sympathy, grace, or anything after everything happened about the victims and everything like that, I especially don't believe her. So they're at this party. It's a great party. All the women are there. Diana and Sutton are having their issues in the corner. Kyle is being a complete pot stirrer and honestly a bitch. Her behavior this season has been ridiculous, and she does stir the drama. She absolutely stirs the drama. Garcelle was completely right about her. She is the pot stirrer. She does it very well, and the fact that she was the way she was grabbing on Sutton, and Sutton was talking about, past miscarriages, like she had 2 and whatnot, and she was basically saying she didn't believe her. Like, the whole scene was just disgusting. So that was going on over in the corner. You got Erica, who's fucked up. Y'all, she's fucked up. She's been drinking a lot this season. She was on the yacht, fucked up, laying all over the place, just a hot ass mess. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be judgmental on drinking. I think I like to have a drink. I enjoy a good drink. I've drunk many a times on this channel. I enjoy a drink. But you being drunk does not give you an excuse to be an asshole, okay? And to be an asshole to people's kids at that. So, okay, the party is winding down. Erica is fucked up. She's sitting on the couch with Dorit and shit. This is after Erica had hit on Garcelle's older son and was being super weird with him. They're sitting there on the couch. Everyone's like leaving and shit, right? Packing up stuff, packing up the flowers or whatnot. Someone had asked Garcelle, hey, do you want the flowers that were the flower arrangements that were on the table? Hell yeah, I want the fucking flowers. I know they spent money on that shit. I'm taking the flowers home too. So the 14-year-old boy, Jax, I believe his name is, he goes over to where Dorit and Erica are sitting on the couch. Erica is just all types of just hanging off of Dorit. She threw her leg up when she was talking to this, like, she's off her face, okay? So then the boy comes over and he's going to get the flowers for his mother, and Erica's like, what are you doing? Fuck off. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. To the son. And it's not like in a joking way. I mean, tone is everything, but the fact you shouldn't be cussing at anyone's kid to begin with. But get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? Get the fuck, like, and Dorit is sitting there like, what? Like, noticing that Erica is clearly fucked up. But Dorit doesn't give a strong enough response to me, because she knows good and goddamn well if it were one of her kids and somebody had told her kids to fuck off and get the fuck out of here, she would have fucking flipped. So she, to me, didn't even give a strong enough response to that, or tell her girl, like, what the fuck are you doing? That's a kid. Like, what are you, like, she whispered something to her. I couldn't really hear. I need to probably watch it back. But it wasn't a strong enough response for me. It wasn't a strong enough response, because her fucking ass would have done a lot more if it were her kids, or even any of the other kids of the other ladies, quite honestly. You know what I'm getting at. And I'm just going to be real. I'm just going to be real. So Erica says that, right? And the boy is like, oh my god, you see Crystal kind of like ushering him out, like it's okay, like rubbing his back and stuff as they're walking out. So of course the boy goes to his mom, Garcelle, and was like, I was just, he said something. He was just something for getting flowers. He told her, you know, Erica told me to fuck up and get the fuck out of here. And Garcelle was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she goes back in and says something to Erica. And Erica's like, what? Are you for real, Garcelle? Are you for real? Like, did you just say that? Like, Garcelle's like, did you just say that to my son? And Erica's like, what? Are you serious, Garcelle? Like, literally, I feel like trying to like gaslight her to make it seem like it's not so much of a big deal and she's overreacting about it, which she's not. And it's just like, ultimately, if that situation and ordeal would have went down with any other fucking person, it would not have been okay. It would not have been okay. All the women would have rallied the fuck up and told Erica she was fucking wrong. But because it was Garcelle's kid, a little black boy, it's okay. I do not believe if Garcelle was in Erica's seat and she said that to Erica's son, how would Erica have reacted? We have seen Erica react to people talking about her kids. You remember when Eileen said something, they were at the table and she got all super scary and stuff and was like, don't you ever talk about, you know, you remember that? But it's okay for you to tell somebody's kid to fuck off. All Erica needed to do when Garcelle came to her was say, I'm fucked up. I am so sorry. I did not mean that. I will apologize to Jax right now. I will write him a card. I will buy him a gift. Send it. I wholeheartedly apologize. I was wrong. But Erica does not know how to admit when she's wrong. She cannot be wrong. Even when it's proven. With her whole court case and Tom and like all this shit. Like, she cannot be wrong. And it's so fucked up. And Kyle's fucking ass laughing with her and her husband and Dorit and fucking PK sitting there laughing about it. No, I'm fucking sorry. That shit would not have gone down if it was Garcelle telling somebody, one of their kids, to get the fuck out of here. They would have tried to get her off the show. I guarantee you. I'm not trying to pull the race card or this, that, and the other like people like to try to say. No. We know if Garcelle would have told one of Kyle's daughters to get the fuck out of here. Oh, please. If Garcelle would have told one of Dorit's little kids to get the fuck out of here. Oh. Are you kidding me? Fuck Erica. Fuck Kyle. I don't know what the hell is going on with them. Like, Diana is a fucking trip. Like, she truly is the villain. Like, she's been doing a whole bunch of stuff online that is just really like, and trying to claim it that it's a language barrier. Talking about it must be hard to be a black content creator. But talking about, oh, she didn't mean it that way. And then coming out, once Garcelle said something about it, saying that she was uneducated, coming out and saying, oh, I've donated to your home country. I've donated to Haiti. I've given all this relief aid. I've done all of this, that, and the other. No, that does not matter. Like, thank you. You have good money. Like, you have a lot of money. You should donate to charity, but don't try to make that seem like, oh, because I do X, Y, and Z, I'm allowed to say some crazy thing out my mouth. Like, it's unacceptable. And why is Bravo not doing something with these women? Like, that was a hard episode to watch. I was like, and especially with Kyle, like, in past seasons, I liked Kyle in the beginning, kind of, but then the stuff with her and her sister, and then Lisa, it's just whatever. I especially now don't like Kyle. I think that the fame and the show and her feeling like she's the head person of the show has kind of got into her head a little bit, because her whole dealing with Sutton over in that quarter was just, it was mean. They were being mean girls. They were truly being mean girl high school fucking behavior, and it was disgusting. So that's all that I have to say. I've said my fucking piece. It's been like 10 minutes now. But I just couldn't believe what I was thinking. I could not believe what I was thinking. I was like, chicks are out of control. Out of fucking control. So diving into a little bit of Mr. Johnny Sexy Depp and AH, he has posted, or his social media personnel has posted another, about 30 minutes ago, it is another IG story, and I guess that another single is coming out. New single, The Death and Resurrection Show, out now. So check it out. Check it out. Oh, I love that picture of Johnny. He just looks so cool. But yeah, that's what's going on with him. He is continuing to live his life, do his thing as he should, and just be left alone, you know, enjoying his fans. He has his fan club site up now. He's been getting all the postcards and stuff people have been sending. He's just doing him, enjoying life, and I love seeing all the videos from the concerts and stuff, and he's just smiling, looking good, looking free and happy. And I can only think and wonder. I know that AH and EB are sitting wherever the hell they are, and whatever blackmailed house money fucking ordeal they have set up for themselves, sitting there looking at all of these videos of Johnny just living his life, moving on, not giving a care about them, you know. I know she is, because she's obsessed with him. She's truly obsessed with him. So I know they're looking at it all and fucking seething and are bothered, although they'll act like they're not. Although really with this whole motion thing and everything that Elaine and her did, that's bothered. But it seems like I've already talked about this a little bit, but I keep seeing it about Australia and AH. So apparently, let me find it. Let me find it. Why do I never come prepared? Hold on. Okay, found it. So Newsweek put out, they're saying that basically today on Sunrise TV, I guess that's a show over in Australia, former Deputy Prime Minister Barnaby Jones says if Amber Heard lied, she should get jail time, okay? And because I've been seeing a lot of this Australia news, I don't know if they're just putting that out there because there's really not much else to put out about AH right now, so this is circulating a lot, but I truly do believe Australia is going to get her ass. I cannot wait, because she blatantly lied, as she always does. So that was just a little bit of AH and Johnny news, but I am gonna finish my work day, try not to smoke another bowl, figure out something to eat for lunch. Maybe I'll make like a mini pizza or something. That sounds good. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in another video. I hope that you're having a lovely Friday Eve. It's almost the weekend. Woo, woo, it's almost the weekend. Woo, woo. And that much closer to me going to LA. So I gotta get my nails together, do my little press-on nails. And yeah, so think about liking, think about subscribing. I'll see you guys a little bit later. Bye.